Hi there, class, and I'm so excited to be talking to you guys about Harmonize. So I just want to show you a little bit about its functionality, and then I'm going to show you how, if you were to work with Harmonize, how it would work with your LMS. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to show you just some of the basic functionality of Harmonize. So this is one of like my standard forums that I use. And so like I'll have an initial post and then a classmate response. This is my 111 class, so it does have some more structure to it with the questions that I'm asking, but they're like reflecting in like a discussion post prompt. But here's what I really like about it. Okay, so like the discussion prompt. So as opposed to just like a regular forum, what you can do is you can actually look at your insights. And so like right here, I'll say like one post is due Thursday, but then your two responses are due Sunday. And that's pretty typical, right? But if you look at grades and activity, this is what kind of makes it a little bit more defined and a little bit more special, is that you can kind of get like a sense of like their completion. And also I want to see if I can show you like the engagement insights. Yes. Okay. That's what I wanted to show you. So besides just like looking at grades, what's nice about the engagement insights is that it tells you how often your students are like logging in and engaging with each other on the forum. And so this is what I wanted to show everybody. So it kind of tells me like this student is at medium risk because he has not really been posting, and it'll tell me like to reach out to the student, and then it'll give me risk levels based on their engagement. And yeah, those are things that are kind of intuitive to teachers, but sometimes like when we're looking at like specific data collection and when we're looking at like how to see how interactive and how responsive our class is, sometimes it can be really helpful to see like students who are less engaged and just kind of to see it at a snapshot as opposed to having to like rifle through grades and track discussion on your own. So it just kind of automizes that a little bit more, which is what I like. And then kind of hopping over to this next example, this is the part that I've really kind of latched onto this year, which is the annotation. And so I've been in Dr. Szewski's class a couple of times with some women's lit and post-colonial lit, but she uses Perusal. And so it's kind of, it's a very similar design. I think Perusal is a little bit more like, it looks a little bit more textbooky than Harmonize. But I really love that there's a collaborative PDF annotation tool. And if you teach asynchronous classes, it can be really helpful. So like right here, these would be like my directions for the annotation. And then what I love about it is that like they highlight it, then they can respond to each other and write on the document directly so you can actually see how they're interacting with the text. It doesn't completely escape the AI monster, but it is nice to see like who is actually like engaging on the text. And so here are some more like statistics that it kind of, will tell you, and you can kind of give it some metrics on like what it needs to look for in regards to like number of annotations and replies. And so it does offer like a little bit of a more clear way to quantify engagement, which can be helpful with asynchronous instruction specifically because it is designed specifically for asynchronous instruction. All right, so before I wrap up this video, because I know I'm going to be presenting this in class, I wanted to show you how you would do it. So like this is Moodle. And so Moodle is an awful LMS. Canvas is better. I know that some of you work with Brightspace. And so it really depends on LMS integration and what your school is going to, and what your school is going to pay for. But this one's Moodle. And so if it is an extension that your school has access to, then you can go to this external tool here. and you can go to the prefigured tool, which would be the external tool, and click Harmonize, and then it just kind of like connects it to the Harmonize, and it will do your data collection through Moodle. And so because it is upgrading your grades through Moodle, sometimes you just have to kind of monitor, double check, and make sure that the interaction is what you want it to be. All right. Well, anyway, I hope that this is helpful, and thank you so much. Take care.